my channel. And in this video we're going to talk about a movie titled Kucumbu, Tubuh, Indahku. And I think this movie is so interesting because it contains so many cultures, mostly Javanese cultures, and it talks about some serious taboo issues. Okay, so Memories of My Body, or most known as Kucumbu, Tubuh, Indahku, is Indonesian movie by Gari Nugroho in 2019. This movie is bit controversial in Indonesia since it is known as LGBT movie. That's why you never found Kucumbu, Tubuh, Indahku in the theater. Kucumbu, Tubuh, Indahku is basically a film about a boy named Juno who has witnessed so much violence in his life. Juno never stayed in a place for a long time, or I could say Juno is nomadic. Since little, Juno is always curious about gender and why some people identify themselves as women and some people are men. Juno always feels people are tightened up with some boundaries because of the gender stigma. For Juno, every time Juno dances, Juno always feels they will break that gender boundaries. In here, I'll use they, them, there to refer Juno because Juno is gender fluid. This movie has some serious issue, but I'm not gonna focus on that taboo issue. I'm gonna focus on the cultures. So I would say this movie is smart to pump so many cultures without make them too pushy. So after their uncle passed away, Juno met with Lengger Lanang group. Lengger Lanang is cross-gender art from Java, and it has strong root in Java even before the modern theory of LGBT. So Lengger dance come from Banyumas, Central Java. In Lengger Lanang, men are dressed as women and they dance like usual Lengger woman dancer. Sometimes they also use masculine gestures to show people their true identity as men. Every time Juno dance, they feel they break the masculinity and femininity boundaries. Besides this Lengger Lanang culture, this movie also lifts up Warok Gemblakan ritual. Warok Gemblakan is part of Reok Ponorogo. So, dive deeper to Warok Gemblakan. Warok is a predicate for a man who has tendency like a knight, kind and charismatic. We can say Warok is a leader for a local art group in Ponorogo. Warok will considered as powerful and unbeatable if they retain a lot of gemblak. Gemblak is a teenage handsome boy. Basically, Warok will give Gemblak's family dowry in order to take a teenage boy to live together and raise them as their Gemblak. In Kucumbu, Tubuh, Indahku, Juno is a Gemblak for a Warok. But this thing leads to another problem when another Warok want to retain Juno. To solve this case, you will see another culture in this movie shows us, is Tarung Sarung. Tarung Sarung is actually from South Sulawesi, where two people inside one sarung and they fight. In this movie, Juno's Warok fight to death to keep Juno. Okay, so why I love this movie so much? Like I said, this movie is so smart to pump so many cultures without being too pushy. And the second is, I think this movie is so brave to bring such a taboo serious issue in Indonesia, such as LGBT. Like I said earlier, that Juno has witnessed so many violence in his life, so this movie also contains violence. So if you get triggered easily with violence, I would never recommend this movie because you'll see blood, you'll see someone fighting, you'll see someone being beaten up. So I will never recommend you to watch this if you get triggered easily with that. So that's all review from me. I hope you like it. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And see you on next video. Bye bye.